One percenters, welcome back. Coach Tommy here. I'm going to walk you along my leg workout and kind of explain some of the stuff and just help you guys to build up your leg strength for basketball and just in general to be a better athlete and fitter person. So this first exercise, I have a off-centered, so the weight is on one shoulder, and it's a lunge squat. So I'm on the balls of my feet on one leg, and then I'm lunging on the other leg kind of normally. Sometimes I'll call it a duck squat if I'm walking, or a duck lunge if I'm walking, but this is just an off-center lunge. You want to disproportionately put weight to one side sometimes because in sport you're never really on two legs weight evenly distributed. So squats and stuff are great, but I find that off-center stuff will correct a lot of imbalances and be a little bit more transferable when it comes to sport. These are Bulgarian split squats. You see me do them a bunch of times. I do them. It's one of my staples. Here I go right into a Peterson step up. So that box is about 6 inches high, and you want to just control your descent. It's really building up your loading leg. That's the hardest part of the exercise, loading up your leg. That's when your leg is the strongest. So I'm holding some weights in my hand and just lowering under control, just trying to touch the heel of my my other foot on the floor. So I'll do that, the split squat, the Peterson step up, and then a heavy squat jump. I think those are 50 pounds each. So that's doing squat jumps with 100 pounds. I don't recommend it if you don't have good form. So again, I'll just, I don't know why I recorded two of this, but it's the split squat, going again through the split squats, and then right into the Peterson step up, and then the squat jump. So I'm elevated. If you guys have some kind of setup like this, I found it easiest to set my little step and the barbell with the foam roller through it. It's much more comfortable on the back leg than like a chair or flexing your foot over something like a box. The Peterson step ups are the hardest ones for me. I can probably higher that box just a little bit more. I don't have any dumbbells that are heavier than these 50s in my hand. So this is kind of the max I can do with this at my gym. I could probably wear a weight vest next time just to get a little bit heavier. But yeah, Bulgarian split squat, and then Peterson step up, and then squat jumps. Squat jumps are, tough, especially trying to maintain form with something heavy. I don't go full explosion here because I'm trying to build strength, and if you really try to explode too much with something really heavy, it's not that transferable. It's much better if you hold like 10-20 pounds and then go full out on your jump, and that'll increase your vert better in terms of explosiveness. So here's a trap bar deadlift, and with the bands underneath it, this, you can see I'm going faster. So that exercise, do a lot if you want to improve your jump. That's one of the main staples. So as I'm getting deeper into my workout, I'm thinking of ways and movements that happen often in sports and how I can correct for things and how I can train certain movements in the gym so I'm prepared when I'm playing sport or training my athletes to move better. This is a rotational step back. So you're stepping in, you have to load up all that weight. Okay, you loop that band around your shoulders, go backwards. And then as you step down, you want to absorb gently, smoothly, and then rotate away. So kind of a lunge type motion to a step back. The band accelerates you in and it gets harder to push out. So it's really good for step backs and stopping and just controlling your weight. Pretty dangerous move. Every time you add a twist, which is very often in sport, but very missing a lot in regular workouts, is the twisting motion. So anytime you're twisting and bending and doing all those things, you're most likely to get hurt. Here's a overspeed heel lunge. Again, building up the legs for stopping. Stopping is really important for basketball. The faster you can stop, the easier it will be for you to accelerate out. So I'm doing an overspeed heel lunge on each leg here, and then I'll switch to a overspeed toe lunge. The mechanics of the step are a little bit different. Most people will naturally stop with their heel. If you stop with your toe here, your quad and butt will burn a little bit more. The band is pulling you in, so it's simulating like you're running or someone's pushing you and you're forced to stop on one leg. Takes quite a bit of strength. The further you walk away, or the heavier the bands, that push will be harder. I do that one a lot with my players. Sometimes I'll have players push each other to simulate a band if I don't have the bands set up for them, or if they're not available. So again, have the band set up, and then I'm doing the split squat again, but this time only on the balls of my feet, and this one really burns the arch, your quads. Again, if you guys want to be faster and quicker, you have to start training on the balls of your feet. Typically, you're not going to be on your heels when you're running, sprinting, or doing anything explosive. So building up your calf complex, your ankle complex, your knee, your quads, your hips. Build in working out barefoot and just on the balls of your feet. Lastly here, those are 25, so these squat jumps are a little bit higher, and I can explode a little bit higher with those. So that was less than the 50 pounds that I was holding earlier. The 25 I can fully explode, so that's kind of my range. Last one, when most of my energy is drained, I will try to do some elastic type work to build up my tendons. And elastic type work doesn't really take a lot of strength, so you're using a different kind of energy system here. So I'm just playing around with a band, doing A skips and high knees and jumping around. The band is pulling me back, again forcing me to stay on my toes, to not have the band pull me back and go backwards. So I'll just do 20-30 seconds of something like this: high knees running in place, A skips, high knees, butt kicks, hopping around, just to build up my feet at different angles. Sometimes I'll do this in burst or high intensity. That's pretty much it for the workout. Hope this video helps you guys. If you have questions on how to perform an exercise, feel free to comment. Hopefully this stuff helps. I never had a coach growing up to explain all this stuff to me, to guide me through it, and it's taken me a lot of years of learning and trial and error to understand all the movements, understand what is effective and what's not. Training kids definitely helps me utilize what I know as the most effective, since time is always limited, and in schools and training programs the equipment is always limited, so it's not always going to be nice, and you're not always going to have the greatest equipment available to you. So hopefully this helps. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.